In order to excel in our professional and personal lives, we always have to be good at what we are communicating to the other person. Because it is very important, the message we are sharing has to be received in that same way we want the other person to perceive it. जब भी बात कर रहे हैं तो हम यही चाहेंगे कि सामने वाला उस बात को उसी तरीके से समझे जिस तरीके से हम उसे समझाना चाह रहे हैं. हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू शाइन एंड सॉफ्ट स्किल्स विद आकांक्षा सिंह. नमस्कार, मेरा नाम आकांक्षा सिंह है और आपका मेरे चैनल पे स्वागत है शाइन एंड सॉफ्ट स्किल्स में. तो आज हम बात करने जा रहे हैं उन 7 C's के बारे में जो कि कम्युनिकेशन का एक पार्ट है. और जब हम उन 7 C's को अपने कम्युनिकेशन स्टाइल में अडॉप्ट या अडेप्ट कर लेते हैं, देन इट मेक्स आवर कन्वर्सेशन मोर इफेक्टिव एंड रिस्पॉन्सिव. Why responsive? Because we are getting the response as we want. We getting our feedbacks and suggestions as we have ever wanted. And that can be only happen when we follow or put these 7 C's in our communication style. First C is clear. For example, I am communicating with my client and I am giving a proposal to him that this is a new project coming up and I want your approval for the same so that we can collaborate on the same. But if my message is not clear or my conversation is misleading, then that will create a misunderstanding. I will try giving a clear purpose and goal for which I am trying to convince him, so that the message goes as it is to him and we are on the same page. Second is coherent. Whenever we are talking to somebody, there has to be a right flow of message. So for example, as I'm talking to my client and we are on the same page right now because I have given him a clear view of what I am here and what is the purpose and goal of my conversation right now. So to give a direction to that conversation, I should not mislead the information or I should not be distracted from the topic I'm here to talk about. Okay, so coherence suggests that the flow or the structure of the conversation should be proper so that the person can easily understand and grasp the information you are sharing with that. Then the third C is to the point, that is concise. Concise states that whenever we are talking or communicating with the person, we have to be very short and simple and clear with whatever we are talking about. So let's take that same example. I am talking to my client about the project which I am going to launch and I want him as a collaborator with me. So I need to share each and every detail, but in a simple and shorter way. I should not repeat each and everything again and again so that it can create a confusion. When we are concise in our communication, our conversation becomes more engaging and easy to understand for the person who is in front of us. Then the fourth is complete. Complete suggests that whatever information you are sharing with the other person has to be complete. And it includes everything related to the topic you are sharing the other person. And if I take the same example of my client, I am sharing the details of the project, has to be in specific details of that project which I am sharing with my client. So that it helps in building up the trust and there is an openness in the conversation as you are presenting yourself as transparent and you are sharing each and everything about the topic or the project. Then comes the correct. The information you are sharing has to be correct. For example, I am in a meeting with my client and I am sharing about the project. So I have to share the correct information. Whatever the forecast I have done related to the sales, related to the expenses, that has to be correct. And if I'm sharing a report with my client for that project, Every spelling mistakes have to be checked in advance because I have to give a correct report and data to him. And it helps us in becoming more open, transparent, and gain trust of the person who's in front of us, and helps the person to understand the conversation more easily. So the next C is concrete. Whenever you are sharing the information with the client, with the person you're talking to, you have to be concrete with your information. They have the idea, the purpose you have stated clearly, but be short and crisp. Just give the gist about what you are trying to tell them. The last is courteous. Courteous is important here because if that is not there in your communication, then you can ruin everything. Courteous means whenever we are talking or speaking to somebody, our way of conveying that message should be polite, friendly, professional, or we can say we have to be open whenever we are talking. So we have to be empathetic in front of the other person because we need to think as per his thinking that what the other person can take my message to. So we have to be polite, calm, open and professional when we are dealing with people and having a communication with them. The 7 C's, which I have already told you to adopt or adapt in your communication style, as it makes your conversation more engaging and effective and easy to understand for the person you are talking to. Stay with me to learn more, explore more, grow more, and to know more. Please subscribe me, like my videos, watch my videos and share the same. If you have any suggestions, feedback, there is a comment section. You can comment on it. Thank you for watching me.